Hello everyone, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's me, Adam Ibrahim Soni, with you. A very warm welcome to all of you on this platform. Today I will be talking about power of mind. As we know very well, mind, it has so many functions that related to our own body. Not in a scientific fact that to know all the details that the mind, what the mind is doing for our own self, but we are concerning about the power of mind related to our own life, to decisions we take, to the choices we make. That is what we are here about today. As we all know that majority of people, they are living life based on their own subconscious mind, and also through what is called the other short memory brain, you see. So that is all related to what we have been taught. Your family, your friends, but mainly family, because majority of people, they were taught in a certain way. Certain ideas were injected in their own minds, where at last they cannot find new ideas or even live life the way they want to live it, only through the subconscious mind. Where life is not the way that they were taught, life is different. Day after day that we're living life, there is new updates, new researches that is coming out. But people whom they don't go back and fix the damage happened inside their own brains through families, they still take life in a way which is not supposed to be. That is why handling your own mind means empowering your own self through the knowledge you will gain about your own self. How you will be aware about those decisions you make and the choices too. Some people they are saying that we are thinking, but actually they are not, because they don't have any new knowledge is coming inside their own minds, inside their own brains. What they're doing is only they're processing any new informations with what they have already deep within. And the gap is really very clear with such people as individuals than as societies, because we see there are some societies whom are really very well developed and others they are backward, still in poverty and war and conflicts. Why? Because they still couldn't handle their own brains. But the most important is that people have to know the challenge, the real challenge for any human being is to know how to handle his or her own minds, because sometimes there is like some delusional thoughts, fear and phobia and wrong beliefs. So if you as a human beings, you did not step up for your own self, you will destroy yourself. It is a challenge. There is no any enemy, a real enemy to anyone except your own mind. Because some people, they are really with a belief that they cannot do this, they can't do this, they can't do that, they are not entitled to, and so on, so forth. But at last, it's all about their own brains, because they don't have enough information in order to handle life. They don't have enough knowledge so that they can go forward. They stay where they are. If we come to think of peace, they cannot find peace because they are not in peace with themselves. And that is how Martin Luther King one day said, whether we live together as brothers or we die all as fools. Those people, they realize the importance of solidarity, the importance of coexistence and living as a nation, while other people couldn't, because they are still living through their own subconscious mind. Why? Because one day the ancestors, their own ancestors, they injected some ideas into their minds related to hate, discrimination, and segregation. Therefore, Nelson Mandela said, nobody will be born with a hate and discrimination inside their body, inside their brains. They're being taught. So if discrimination and hate were able to be taught, so it is possible that people could be taught love, tolerance, solidarity, and peace. That is why if somebody, he found himself that way, he could change the way he are, the way she is, or the way he is, by adopting new ideas, which is really very possible. But unfortunately, very rare. Not only that, but even sometimes we find in societies, some people consider themselves that they are really leaders for societies. They are like activists in order to change society, but because they don't, it's very good, you know, for somebody to step up, but because they don't have any new ideas coming in, they become like burden for the people themselves, because they are not offering any solutions. They are complicating problems instead of easing them. And that is why, because the brain has no new knowledge. The brain has no new knowledge. When it comes to success and failure, as I said, that really somebody will say, I can't do this and I can't do that, I'm not able to. All Because one day, maybe they heard somebody was repeating that, or even somebody was telling them that you are not able to do this, you cannot do this. So they accepted that belief and adopted it. Where in fact, they haven't tried anything to do. They only accepted what other people say. If somebody failed and not succeed in something, he or she is supposed to repeat and try over and over again until it is done. But unfortunately, as I said, really, they are not trying. So how will you say you cannot and you didn't try? And that is the wrong belief. Especially with certain things like subjects. Somebody will say, I cannot learn this. He never tried. He never tried to do anything. So how could he or she succeed? For you, in order to change the way you are, you're supposed to have a plan. And I'm referring to the previous time of coronavirus time. There was availability of time. Maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Some people stayed at home. But unfortunately, they were doing nothing. Eating, sleeping, and sorry to say this, sexing, but nothing in terms of the quality of their own lives. What I mean is upgrading this brain, upgrading the soul to raise themselves up to the level of highest humanity. Majority didn't do that. Until now, maybe some people is still like jobless, staying idle at home, and I don't know, somebody supporting them, or they're having like some savings, using their own savings, but at last they don't even do something for their own future. They are only hanging there. They're only hanging there, suffering, complaining, blaming. Suffering, blaming, complaining, without taking any step so that they can go forward. At least their own sleep not fixed. Maybe they sleep during the day and at night they're awake. Fluctuated life upside down, because what is here and here is upside down. See, if somebody would like to change his or her own life, at least you should have a schedule, a timetable, what time they have to wake up. Even if they don't have any work, they're jobless, what time they have to wake up, you see. And if they're really lazy, there is one theory. It's called the rocket theory. The rocket theory. When the rocket would like to launch, the counting is backward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5th, 4th, 3rd, seconds, 1. Then the rocket will launch. So the same thing, they have to use that and get up through this theory so that they can do something in their own life. Mainly, majority of people, regardless the religion they belong to, Muslims, Christians, Jew, Hindu, spiritualist, early morning when they wake up, they have time for spirituality. to reflect on their own blessings. What do they have? If it is health, family, food, shelter, whatever, they write it down and try to remember those things so that they can fill themselves with the positive energy. With the positive energy. Then, after that, they have time to read their own religious book or even a positive, good books, human development books. Then they have time for sport, swimming, walking, any kind of workout or training. Then their own breakfast, and then they have something that they would like to learn. If it is about their own field or a new thing that they would like to learn. In addition, some talents, some hobbies. So through this way, they are in active energy. And it's not about someone, it's about you. It's about you, not anyone that will appreciate what you are doing, but at least you're supposed to be satisfied about yourself. I can stay there through internet and gain hundreds of certificates for myself so that when I come to read my own personal CV, curriculum vitae, I would be happy and satisfied enough that I'm really qualified. It's not about somebody that will recognize what you're doing. Because whatever you do, one day, it will have a benefit for your own life. But someone is not doing anything. Wasting time. At last, no one will be blamed except you yourself, because you wasted your time. Why? Because you didn't use this mind in order to do something for your own life. Some people think that for you traveling to another country is a success. I mean, living in another country is success. But we can see from any country, some from Africa, from India, from Asia, any country, we find some people, yes, like a brain drain, they travel to those countries, to those Western countries, but they're a big failure. While their own mates and colleagues is staying there, this place they travel from, but they're successful. Place will not give you success. It's your own self will bring to you the success. Your own self will bring to you success. Like I say, some people like travel to Spain, Germany, any country, but it's still now 5 years, 6 years, or even UK 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, but they didn't learn how to speak an English word. While somebody there, he or she mastered it. All is about the brain. Really, deformation happened to people throughout their lives, through parents and wrong upbringing. If the person didn't step up and did kind of modification for that deformation, he or she would never enjoy life. It's all about you and what you can do with your life. Some people, they may say, we don't like to study, we don't like books, we don't like lectures, but at last, these are the things which will change your life for better. Accept it or not. In terms of those delusions, as I said, hallucinations, some people, they may be in depression or about to be in depression and get more sick. This is only your own mind, because you are doing nothing in order to better your life. In order to better your life, you're supposed to take care of your life. Really, I do know somebody stayed inside his house for 2 years, locked himself inside his room for 2 years. But at last, when you see this person today, totally different, big shift. He was hungry for knowledge. Within a week, he used to read about 6, 7 books. Today, the knowledge he has, marvelous. And that is the same thing Malcolm X did when he was in the jail for 5 years. Those 5 years, he was hungry for knowledge. And that is also in 17th century what Douglas did. He was enslaved, and at that time it was something legal. Education was something impossible for any black man in America during that time. He taught himself by himself. And he escaped from USA to UK. He worked there for a couple of years. He gained money and he came back and he paid all that money to free himself. He was already free, mind and heart. So he went in order to buy that external freedom. Why? Because during that time, some people, they were free inside. They know that they are human beings and they have life to live. But some of them, but still some people, they think they are slaves. So he went and he worked and gained money, and he came and bought his own external freedom. So he spent time reading, and he was the first black public speaker. People were coming in order to listen to his address, and even he was the first black American to marry a white woman, Douglas. You see, so he used his mind. He used his mind. But somebody, he or she doesn't use his mind, will be locked within himself, will not find a way out. You see? And the most difficult thing is that is you to get out of you. How to free yourself from your own prison. How to free yourself from jailing yourself. That is the most difficult thing. And it will not come that easy way. You have to challenge yourself. Challenging yourself so you can free yourself. You can handle and control your mind. You can handle and control your mind. And your mind can control you and handle you if you didn't. And that is related to placebo and nocebo. And at the same time, where you can make yourself sick through your own thoughts, and where you can heal yourself through your own thoughts. And part of it related to the law of attraction. When you use your mind and know how to handle, then you will know how to handle your life. As I said earlier, those people whom are using their mind today, they are in a different level of life. But those whom they don't use mind, they are still far more behind. It's all about you using this mind. Using your mind is really very possible. You can free yourself from your own delusions, from your own hallucinations, from your own phobia. At the same time, you can even heal yourself from depression through you knowing how to handle this mind. Because most of the people, they only put the energy on the negative things. From what they suffer. What they suffer, they put the energy there instead of finding solutions. You see? There is something called the beautiful surrender. The beautiful surrender and give up is that, like, when you know and be sure that nothing could harm you, nothing could hurt you. Whatever will be, let it be. What will be, will be. You see? But you have to be sure that there is a power over there which will protect you. And you need to trust that power. Walking with confidence and trust. Like somebody said, you know, the child, when you are just having the child between your hand and then you try to play with that child, you know, leaving the child on earth like that, the child will not be afraid because he trusts that you are going to hold him. So a person should have that trust so that they can have a happy life. Just let what will be, be. But you should have confidence that nothing could harm you. Trusting on God. Trusting on that power. Big power. Changing your life is possible. Changing yourself is possible. But you have to realize the power of your mind. You have to realize that you need to free yourself out of comfort zone, out of what you have been taught, and adopt new ideas, and to use your mind, that not to be a sentimental person. A sentimental person is that it is very easily that you can very easy that you have a very fast boiling point, that somebody can just say any word or do any sign so that you can just be sentimental, and then use your own stupidity in order to do any action without using the mind. I came across something really very interesting, that an accident happened in US. Someone was driving, then somebody hit him at the back. Accident at the back is his car. Then both they stopped. The front car driver, he came down out of his car, and then directly he approached the other person. What's wrong with you? Why you hit me? Then the other person said, I did it deliberately. I mean it. So this person got angry, and he used his fist would like to hit him. Then he brought his hand down. The other person questioned, why did you stop? Why you stopped? Then he said, I'm not stupid, I'm not fool. I'm not stupid, I'm not fool. Because now you hit my car. I'm going to the workshop and fix this with $30. But when I hit you and break your teeth, I'm gonna pay $30,000. I'm not stupid. That is when you use your mind. When you use your mind as a calculations, that nobody can fool you. But so many people, they are really very sentimental. That is why you should use the power of your mind. So many people, they challenge it themselves in order to learn new things, in order to find new things, in order to do new things. It's all about you. And this is really we're facing a problem always related to even learning. So many people, they will say, I cannot learn this, like languages. But a person is staying there without even doing any move. I don't know only, but he or she never took any step toward learning. Everything has process. It has price. If you don't want to go through the process and to pay the price, you will never. Yes, like going for change, sometimes it is hard for you in order to get yourself into a class or even a habit of reading or listening, but at last is something must, because the pain which will come through you having no gain is harder and harder if you did not try. Really keep trying and trying. Challenge your mind. Stop suffering, blaming, complaining. Stop suffering, blaming, complaining. Don't think yourself as a victim. You are not a victim. And always don't say, why me? Why not you? Who are you? Only human being. You see, whatever it will happen to other people, it could happen to you. But at last, you're supposed to accept. At last, you're supposed to accept. Because this way, you will change your life. And this way, you will have a better life. Dear brothers, sisters, friends, really, our mind is powerful. Our mind has no limitation. Whatever we go through in our life, if we sit down there and try to find the process of change possible, we can find it. But at least we're supposed to put a schedule and try to focus on change instead of the pain. Pull yourself from the past. Think of the future. You cannot carry all the past as a burden on your back. That is wrong. That is wrong. What happened is happened and it's gone. Really, it is possible for you to have a new life. It is possible for you to have a new life. If somebody would like to change his or her own life, this is really very possible. Try to put a schedule, as I say, what you eat and drink, do sport, put a time and a goal for learning a new thing. Enroll yourself in an online class. Try to read books, listen to the lectures, and challenge your mind. Use the affirmations. Every day, stand before the mirror and say, I'm okay, I'm doing well, I enjoy my life, I love my life. The past is not taking me back. I'm ready for the future. These affirmations you repeat definitely is going to change your life. But for you to say there, complaining, blaming, suffering, considering yourself as a victim, you will never change. You will never see a new life. You will never. And the most important thing is that forget about people. Put people out of your life. Be satisfied with your own self. And it's not always about the age. It's about the efforts. It's about the desire. It's about your own determination, where you want to be. Everything is possible. Change is possible. Change is possible. Change is possible. Sometimes people, when hear such a things like that, they will say, you don't know what I'm going through. But remember, you don't know what other people they went through and they pass it. And you think it's only work. You think it's only kind of words only. But these words that people are using, everybody has experience. And as that proverb is saying, or the wisdom is saying, when you know the calamity and the suffering of other people, you will know how ease is yours. If you are just saying that you don't have shoes, somebody has no legs. If you are saying that I didn't eat 3 meals a day, somebody didn't find one a day. If you think that you don't have new TV, somebody has no even home or house. If you think your salary is less, somebody has no work. You see, if you think your life is hard, somebody is on the deathbed wishing to find a single moment to live again. And the list will go on. You just check YouTube about those whom are suffering. Check YouTube about those whom are suffering. Then really you will know that you are in a blessings. And as I said earlier, really, for you, in order to appreciate your life, you need to do what is Steve Harvey saying, a list for you being great and appreciating whatever blessings you have. Try every day in the morning, get up and write down all those things you are grateful for, so that you can know you got it all, but you focus and put your energy what you don't have. Feeling of satisfaction, the feeling of gratitude will bring more into your life. Happiness is not related with someone will come into your life, nor sadness. It's all about your own mind. It's all about your own mind. That is the old form of life. Now, people are free. People are free the way they feel, the way they think. Somebody will say, I'm not happy because I don't have a partner. I'm not happy because I didn't get that job. I'm not happy because I didn't get that car. I'm not happy because. But at last, those are materialistic things. If you are not happy with your own self, if someone else came into your life, will not add you any happiness, because also it's going to be a burden, because you didn't know how to handle your own loneliness. You cannot handle being a partner for someone else. Why? Because definitely there will be problems. You want to control, and that will not happen. You cannot control a soul at all. You see? So even like thinking of those materialistic things, tomorrow when you lose your car or whatever you have from those materialistic things, then you will be sad. Till when you will be sad? Until you own a new thing. Happiness, sadness, here and there. It's all about you. Try to focus, try to use your mind, and be clear about your life, and have goals, and aim for things which are really very big. By then, really, you will have a wonderful life. And as I said earlier, try to use your mind and get out of your subconscious mind. Adopt new ideas, adopt new beliefs, and break down the old beliefs of life. Things which are really very negative will not take you forward. Adopt a positive approach to life. Get out from your own prison. Get out from your own jail. Free yourself. The space is big and wide. You can be there. And you can find your own source of joy and happiness. Try to practice your own hobbies, your own talent. Question yourself. No one else will be questioned. No one else will bring that into your life. You yourself. Meditate. Try to meditate. Try to meditate. Try to do some challenges. Try to do some adventures. If those things did not kill you, will make you alive and you will live life. But fear, hallucination, delusion, illusion will always take you back. Decide what you want in life. How do you want to live your life? Find what makes you alive. If somebody asks you, what is the thing that you would like to stay alive for and fight for, then stick on that. Write down what you are grateful for and repeat that every day. Talk to yourself through affirmation. Affirm the good things you know about life, the good things you know about yourself. Focus your energy on the positive side, not the negative side. Change is possible and it could happen. Your mind is power. You can change your place, you can change your home, you can change your spouse, you can change whatever. But at last, if you didn't change your mind, nothing will ever change. You can have a new person in your life, you can have a new boy, you can have a new girl, you can have a new job, but at last, if you didn't change this mind, nothing will ever change, because it's all about thoughts and ideas, because your mind is powerful, and that is placebo and nocebo. Be blessed. That was me, Adam Ibrahim Soni, with you about the power of mind. Until we meet next time, I do appreciate your presence. Be blessed. I'm going to stay for minutes. If somebody would like to bring them on camera, that they have something to share and add about the power of mind, they're the most welcome. Thank you. Platform is yours now. Who would like to come?